Hi, my name is Aubrey Adams. I live in Pueblo, Colorado, and I do video blogs to show the true impact of legalized marijuana. The country is being bombarded by pro-pot propaganda, stating that legalization is working in Colorado, which is a lie. It's not the case, so I give a voice to the citizens, and I show examples on how it is an epic failure. And our health and safety have never been at higher risk before, and our youth are at a high risk. So this video is directed to Governor Scott of Vermont, but is for anybody who wants to know the truth of what has happened with legalized marijuana. Here in Denver, Colorado in 2016, a 15-year-old boy died and a 14-year-old boy was paralyzed after the two young youth climbed into a man's backyard to steal his marijuana. This happened on near 28th and High Street. And here's a picture of the backyard, and you see the tarps, and it's very common in Colorado to see marijuana being grown in backyards and homes and pictures like that. And it doesn't matter what type of neighborhood it is, if it's considered good or bad, it's happening throughout all our neighborhoods. Here's another example in Pueblo, West Colorado. Deputies arrested a man who was firing shots at deputies and caused about $10,000 of damage early Wednesday morning, September 13th, 2017. Deputies arrested 43-year-old Benjamin Chavez, who's suspected of 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder on a peace officer. Attempted first-degree murder, criminal attempt, illegal discharge of a firearm, criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, and possession of a weapon by a previous offender. So this happened on Rustic Drive and North Canvas Drive. At 3 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, my friend lives down the streets here. This man was hallucinating off marijuana. He had a marijuana grow in his backyard, and it took the sheriff's department a couple hours to talk him down from his hallucinations, where he was just firing randomly and at people because his mind was so gone from his marijuana use. So when people tell you that marijuana is safe, it's not safe for many people, and it can cause hallucinations, paranoia, psychosis. And here's a prime example of what can happen in your neighborhood. Down the street from this house, a family lives with a baby, and my friend lives right up the street. So here's all his guns he had in his home. Here's his marijuana grow, and here's a truck that has bullet holes in it from the shots he was firing that night. Here in Pueblo, Colorado, this happened October 2nd, 2015. A boy who was 17 was shot in the leg after he climbed into a man's backyard named Vincent Durand, who was 55. The young man was trying to steal marijuana from Mr. Durand's illegal marijuana grow. And then they said in 2014 there was another incident of a 13-year-old who was shot in the chest by a pellet gun who was stealing marijuana out of another man's backyard. So that happened in Pueblo, Colorado. And here's the fence that he came over just to climb over to get the marijuana. Personal homegrown use does attract crime and put our children at risk, puts our whole communities at risk. Here in my neighborhood, a man named Brad Fowler was killed over a marijuana deal gone wrong. 3 men from Oklahoma came to buy marijuana off Mr. Fowler, and they ended up shooting and killing him, and he laid dead in the street on 23rd Lane between Greenwood and Elizabeth. When my family and I would walk our dog around the neighborhood, we would avoid this block because we could smell the marijuana coming from the home. Love to Brad's family. I'm sure this is very difficult on them and all the people that have been shot and harmed and killed through this, but here's a picture of it. I remember driving by, and my neighborhood called me and said, what is going on in our neighborhood? And I remember seeing the white sheets they were putting around Mr. Fowler's body as he laid deceased on a Friday morning at 9 a.m. I would like to leave you with one last prime example, a video that our Sheriff Kirk Taylor showed us during the marijuana symposium at the Colorado Christian University, where it showed the true impacts of marijuana. James, go ahead and get that. Okay, so watch this video.
Yeah, because that's what citizens see. They say, "Oh, well, crime's down." All right, this is the last one of the things we're increasing in our, and is not contemplated in NIBRS or UCR, or home invasions, because they're not necessarily put under burglary. This is Pueblo, Colorado, 2 years ago. This is what's happening in our community, and coming to a community near you. Listen to what they're yelling. Do you hear what they were yelling? Police, police. We found that guy the next morning in his attic. They were there to steal his marijuana grow. Just had to.
So there you are. Those are prime examples of what happens to neighborhoods when you legalize marijuana. Sheriff Taylor just showed you a house being shot up where these people came to steal this man's marijuana, and yes, they did shoot the dog. So, you know, we need more people standing up not only for our youth, but for everybody's health and safety, even the animals. Lots of overdoses with the dogs and marijuana too, and I can do another video blog about that. I could do these video blogs all day long to show you example after example. I hope this message gets out to the nation that the legalization of marijuana is not a cure for the war on drugs. It enhances the war on drugs. Legalization means promotion, means more use, means more accessibility, means more crime, and it puts our public health and safety at risk. So please, any legislature out there, fight everything you can to not let this pass, and know that these lobbyists are coming to you that are being well paid by billionaires. The health and safety of the citizens matter, and these people matter, even if they're making poor choices. Their lives, their health and safety, the neighbors here, we all deserve to live in a peaceful community. That's all we want to do. So I ask you from the bottom of my heart to stop any policy that will promote legalized marijuana. Thank you very much. My name is Aubrey Adams. Please share this video.